Ready? Yeah, we're live. Hello, everybody. Hey, how's it all going today? Happy Tuesday to you all on Instagram. Hello on Instagram. Hello on Digital Yoga Academy Facebook page, and also live in the Digital Yoga Academy Yoga Teacher Marketing community in our Facebook group as well. So good morning to all of you from London. For those that don't know me, I'm Kelly McHugh. I'm the founder of Digital Yoga Academy, and I come on here every Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock London time to share with you a new training. And today's training is all about advanced list building strategies to boost your email list. So I'm going to talk to you today. I'm going to share with you some really great strategies to maximize the number of people that you're getting onto your list. Okay, so the training is about 30 minutes long usually. If there are any questions that come up, then do pop them in the comments, and I will go through those at the end before we finish up. Also say hello and let me know where you're watching from as well, and let me know, what style of yoga you teach, where you teach, or anything else that you want to tell us about your teaching journey as well. I'm also interested to hear if you currently have an email list or a way of communicating with your students through email newsletters. Are you currently doing that? Is it something that you're thinking about doing, or maybe you've just not got onto it yet? Or maybe you've got an email list and you're struggling to get people on it, okay? Definitely, if you're in that last category, this training is for you. But even if you're just getting started with email marketing, it's useful to know what strategies and tactics you can use or you can have in your back pocket to really help you to boost your list. So do say hello if you're watching. Like I say, we're doing a three-way here on Instagram and on Facebook, and also in the Facebook group as well. So I'm going to get started. But like I said, we're looking at the strategies today. And really, in order to grow your email list, it's essential that you have an opt-in freebie, okay? So you might not know what an opt-in freebie is, so let me tell you about that first of all. An opt-in freebie is a lead magnet, and it's a free piece of content that you offer to your potential students or your potential subscribers. You offer this piece of content to them through your website in order to get those people to sign up to your list to receive that piece of content, okay? So you offer this content to your new subscribers in exchange for their email address, okay? So it's a great way to get their email address. Hello, guys, and we got someone, Laura from Mexico. Hello, Laura. And this lead magnet that you offer, it should really be something super valuable and that your ideal student is going to be interested in. So you need to have a think about who your ideal student is, okay? First up, that's really important. And in the training that I did last week, we spoke about that. We spoke about how you discover who your ideal student is and what your goals would be around the content that you share with those people, okay? So these are people that are in your niche. Now, if you were looking to launch an online program, okay, so maybe you want to teach online, so this could be something that you would perhaps be looking at in the future. If you were looking to teach online, or you wanted to create some kind of online program that your ideal students from all over the world might be interested in and might want to study with you, okay, lots of yoga teachers do this. Then you want your lead magnet, you want your free piece of content to be really closely related to what you would go on to offer online. Okay, so if you are a yoga teacher who specializes in getting new people into the practice. So you teach beginners and you're really passionate about that, and getting new people into yoga, and you wanted to create a program perhaps where you would teach people through this program how to develop a home practice, how to get into yoga for the first time, then, you know, you'd want your freebie or your free piece of content to be specifically around that, okay? So you want it to really tie in so that it becomes a natural flow for people who come onto your email list as a result of the freebie that they've downloaded. So maybe it's like a video series or something like that. So then it's a natural flow, a natural transition into your paid for product. Does that make sense? Those of you that are listening, give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, so you know, let's take a look then at how you can get more people onto your list. Now, the first strategy that I want to share with you today is called a content upgrade. Okay, thank you, Laura. A content upgrade is a piece of content, yeah, so it's a lead magnet, such as a PDF, or maybe it's a workbook, or maybe it's a video or a checklist, that this piece of content is available via another piece of content, which would be like an awareness building piece of content, such as a blog post. Okay, so more likely you will find that content upgrades are related to blog posts. And when you go onto blogs yourself and you're reading blogs, usually what you'll find is halfway down the blog there'll be a little banner there. When you click on it, it will pop up and it will ask for your email address, and most likely what you're signing up for in that pop-up is a piece of content that's specifically related to the blog post that you've been reading. So you might be reading something on you know, something around pranayama. Okay, so maybe it's a particular pranayama technique, and you're reading about that, and then you've got the opportunity then to get your hands on a video that demonstrates this particular technique. Yeah, so it's closely related to what you're reading. So essentially what this means is that the content is an upgrade, yeah, of something that your ideal student or potential subscriber is already interested in. Okay, they're already consuming some content on your website, so they're already reading this piece of content, this blog, they're interested in it, they've got halfway down the page. So, you know, all this is an upgrade of what they're already interested in. And that's really key, because you've already got them locked into your content. They're already there. And it enables you to give away something that's even more valuable for free, that your audience is already interested in. Okay, so it makes it a really great way to get ideal students onto your email list. And it might feel a little bit, you know, might feel like that's work, but actually if you're creating blog posts, and if you've got a website, you should be finding a way to share some of your teachings of yoga through your website and through your blog. If you're creating a blog post anyway, it could be as simple as a checklist of what you've just spoken about, an easy checklist of that provides a way for your student to implement what you're teaching them on your blog. Does that make sense, guys? I hope it does. So you can make it easy, you really can. And like, once you've done this once you've created a checklist in Canva, you've got a template. So Canva, if you're not sure what I mean by Canva is a free online tool that you access online, and it's a design tool basically. I use it every single day in my business, literally every single day. And once you've created a template, it's just a simple job of, you know, copy and pasting some of the information that you put into your blog post into a checklist. And there you have it. You have something that your students who have been on your website, or your potential students, something that they can download, and a way for you to get their email address, which is what this is all about. Okay. So, you know, it's different to your standalone freebie, which you would have on your homepage, which could be something more specific for your niche. So, you know, and that wouldn't be connected to another piece of content. Content upgrades enable you to provide even more opportunities for people to get onto your list in a more organic and natural way, as your audience is already consuming that related content. So I hope that makes sense to you. But they really are powerful. I use them on the Digital Yoga Academy website. So if you go onto my own blog, you know, you'll read something around social media on the blog, how to use social media as a tool for your yoga business. And then halfway down the article on social media, I'll give you the opportunity to sign up for a free social media masterclass, video masterclass. Or maybe you're reading about how a blog can help you as a yoga teacher. And then again, the content upgrade for that is a checklist, is a blog content checklist. So, you know, if you're not too sure about this, then do have a look on my own website and you'll see exactly what I mean. So I'm just going to answer a question that's come in on Instagram from Laura. Thank you, Laura. Do you recommend to have this interaction on Facebook? I don't have a website. Yes, you can do this on Facebook. So if you're using MailChimp as your email service provider, which is free if you've got less than 2,000 subscribers, then there's an integration with MailChimp and Facebook that allows you to collect email addresses through your Facebook page, okay? And then through that, so the copy that you would write on your Facebook page would be something like, you know, receive my X, Y, and Z, receive my video on meditation, my meditation video audio, or receive my 5-minute morning flow video, or receive my checklist on X, Y, and Z. So that's not necessarily classed as a content upgrade as such, but it's definitely classed as a freebie or an opt-in lead magnet, okay, to get people onto your list. And then you can tell your students about that in class. You can tell them what freebie you've got and that they can sign up for it on your Facebook page, and it would just be one of the little tabs on your Facebook page. Okay, so I hope that helps. So yeah, like I said, it's really powerful. Content upgrades provide so much value to your audience because you're really helping them to implement what you're already teaching them and to take action on what they've just learnt on your blog. Okay, so just focus on value first and really put sincere effort into making this useful and actionable for your audience, because when you do that, they will come back to your blog again. They will come back again and again to see what else you've got for them to help them with their yoga journey. Okay, because if you know your content upgrade isn't offering them value, it's just going to erode the trust and the faith that your audience has in you, and they're not going to download anything again. They might not come to your blog or your website again. So it doesn't mean that you need to be a perfectionist and spend 2 weeks on just one upgrade. Please don't do that, but just make sure that there's a takeaway from your upgrade, and you know, you telling people what you want them to do with it and what they can get out of it. Okay, so content upgrades are, you know, the #1 way to grow your email list on a consistent basis if you're creating blog posts, which you should be, and it will help you to gain traction. It will help you to gain traction with search engines because more people are coming onto your website to download the content. And it's just going to help you to get more people on your list, as simple as that. Okay, so you just need to be a little bit patient with it, but trust me, it will work. And since, you know, I use this strategy in my own business, it's really helped me to increase the subscribers on my own list. So what I want you to do from this, if you've got a pen and paper, just write this down. Okay, so yeah, so what I want you to do is I want you to write down 3 ideas for a blog post. So 3 topics for a blog post that you could write about for your ideal students. And then alongside that, I want you to write down what the content upgrade would be. Okay, so would it be like a little explainer video that you'd create, like a 2-minute video? Would it be a checklist? Would it be a workbook that helps them to kind of go through the learnings? What would it be? Okay, so have a little think about that and write those things down. Okay, we'll move on to the second strategy. Bear with me 1 second. A little sip of water. Okay, so the next thing that I want to tell you about is a resource library. Okay, so a resource library is an online library that you would host on your website, and it's full of free downloads. So videos, it's full of ebooks, checklists, audios, workbooks, all of these things that you've created. You can host them in a library, which is password protected, and offer that to your subscribers or potential subscribers in exchange for their email address, okay? And the great thing about this is that if you've been creating blog posts consistently, hey Layla, if you've been creating blog posts consistently and you've been creating your content upgrades consistently for each blog post, then after a little while, you're going to have a number of different downloads that you could then package up and put into a library. Does that make sense, guys? Does that make sense? So once you've started getting going with the whole content upgrade stuff, all of a sudden you're going to have maybe 10 different things that you've offered through various blog posts, and now you can put those things into your library. It's a really good place to host this content, as it's, you know, it's going to offer you a central location for your subscribers to access everything, okay? So again, you need a little bit of patience with this, but it's a good strategy to have in mind for the future. And the great thing about this, right, is that you, by having a library, you are offering, you know, really, you're creating a really high value offering, because it's, you know, it's providing massive value to your subscribers, because they're going to get all of these freebies that you've created in one place just by giving you their email address this one time, okay? So the easiest way to do that, to upload your content, is to upload it onto one page on your website. If you've got a WordPress website, this is so simple to do, and all you do is you password protect that page, okay? WordPress already offers that functionality, and you can password protect the page. You can also use a plugin called Essential Grid, okay? And what this plugin does is it allows you to professionally display the resources on this page, on this password protected page. Now, I have a library on my website, on the Digital Yoga Academy website. You can, as soon as you get onto the homepage, you'll see that I promote it. Sign up there and you'll be able to get all of my freebies, and you'll be able to see what it looks like. Okay, so yeah, so let me just talk about how it kind of works logistically. So when a subscriber opts in to gain access to your free resources, what's going to happen is they will receive an automated welcome email from you, and in that welcome email you want to provide them with the passwords to access this page of the resources, to access this library. And you know, the great thing about this is it makes it easy to manage the distribution of your content upgrades, because you don't need to then send them out individually, okay? So normally what would happen is you'd have to create a different list in your email service provider. So say you're using MailChimp, you'd have to create a different list for every different content upgrade. But with a resource library, you just create one list, and then regardless of whether somebody opts in for your content upgrade or they opt in for your library, you send them that welcome email with the password protected, with the password for the protected page. Does that make sense? So this just makes everything so much easier for you. You've not got to have lots of different automations going on at the same time, okay? So remember that, you know, your library contents are geared to your ideal students. So keep it really niche specific. I talk about this a lot. If you're not sure what I mean by, you know, finding your yoga niche or finding out who your ideal students are, go onto the Digital Yoga Academy Facebook page, because I've done video trainings on these particular topics, okay? So You know, you don't want to just create content just for any general content just to fill your library up. You really want to make sure that the things that you're creating are hyper specific to your audience. Okay, so you know, you might be asking, well, why is this such a useful method, you know, to grow your list? And the reason being is because people are really picky nowadays about, you know, what they're signing up for. Think about your own behavior online, yeah? And, you know, people are picky about what they're signing up for, and they don't want to give they don't want to give you their email address unless they're getting something really, really valuable in return, okay? And a library, a resource library, has such high value connotation with it. People are more inclined to want to sign up for that because, you know, it's better than giving you their email address and just receiving one thing. They're going to be receiving multiple things. Okay, so what I want you to do now with your pen and paper is I want you to just write down, you can come back to this afterwards, but I want you to write down 10 freebies that you could develop over the next 12 months for your resource library. So come up with 10 ideas of things that you could develop that would be high valuable things that your ideal students would really love to receive from you. And you know what, if you're not sure if you get stuck with this, what I want you to do is I want you to ask your students at the end of the class. Yeah, I talk about this all the time. Asking your students at the end of your class is a fantastic way to get some really, really relevant feedback and insights to what your students really want from you. Okay, so ask them, what is it that you would love to receive from me as an online resource that would really help you with your journey and with your yoga practice. So ask your students what they want, and then you can use that to start to create your list of freebies that you would create. So another little question's coming here from Laura. Can you recommend an easy way to produce this free content, video, audio? Yeah, sure. So Canva, which I've already mentioned, is a great way to create workbooks, checklists, things like that, tips, lists of tips, anything like that. It's a really fantastic tool and it's free. And then an easy way to create, you know, video or audio is with your phone. You know, use your mobile phone. If you've got a smartphone, you can buy yourself on Amazon. They're like £5, a little tripod, pop it up in front of you, set up your space, make sure you're in a room with lots of natural light. Don't let the technology side of things or the fact that you haven't got, you know, a light box or whatever else it might be, or fancy equipment, hold you back from doing this. Don't let it hold you back. You need to get started with these things, you know, and over time you'll get better. Over time, as you start getting more confident doing this on camera, you know, you might think, okay, maybe now I'll invest in a light box. So I've got a light box. I'm not actually using it today, but a light box, it cost me £30 on Amazon. And every so often when I'm doing some more professional videos, I'll put it up in the lounge, and then I'll use I'll show you what I use. I use my camera to record myself. Okay, so this is a camera. I mean, this is old. I've had this camera for, gosh, like 6 years or so. Okay, so it's a hybrid camera, and then I use this as well. So this is my Zoom microphone. Yeah, so this records my audio because the audio on this camera is not very good. So what I do is I record the audio on here and the actual visual on here, and then I use a program called iMovie on my laptop. I upload those files, I match them up, edit them, the bits that I don't need. It's quite an easy tool to use once you get the hang of it. There's tons of YouTube videos out there to help you with that. And then there you have it. You've got a video. Remember, it doesn't have to be a super long video. You know, it could be that you're trying to help students to who really want to practice yoga every day. They want to find a way to develop a home practice. Maybe that's your ideal student, and you're helping them with that journey. Well, creating simple, you know, 5-10 minute videos that they can really just start to fit into their day, to get into the habit, would be great, would be a really great thing. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps you. Okay, so moving on, I've got another strategy that I'm going to share with you today, and that strategy is giveaways. Okay, so I've used giveaways in my own business. They've been an amazing way, an incredible way to get people, no worries, to get people onto my list, and it's really seen my list just catapult in terms of boosting the numbers. So giveaways, you know, as long as they're strategic and they're aimed at attracting your ideal students, then they're a great thing to do. Okay, you wouldn't want to do a giveaway that was to, you know, to win, I don't know, to win an iPad or something, because everybody wants to win an iPad. So you're going to get loads of people onto your list that aren't necessarily your ideal students or the types of people that, you know, you want on your list. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about prizes. So it needs to be strategic, and this shouldn't be, you know, it shouldn't be a leave a comment on my Instagram post to win this free thing type of giveaway. Instead, what you're going to do is you're going to use a giveaway system so that you can collect people's email addresses, okay? And also using a giveaway system, which I'll talk about in a moment, is another thing that's good about using that is that it helps you with viral sharing, okay? So it helps people who have entered your giveaway to then share it with their friends, and then that helps the virility of your giveaway and helps you to get even more people to sign up. Okay, so people enter your giveaway in exchange for their email address using a giveaway software. And this giveaway software is called King Sumo. So I use this plugin myself. It's a plugin that you buy it outright. Okay, so there's an initial cost, and then you own that plugin for life. Okay, and I think the initial cost is something like $99, but online, if you Google King Sumo discount codes, you'll find a 50% off discount code that you can use, and you'll find them all the time. Okay, they're out there, so you'll be able to get it for half price. And that might feel like an initial upfront cost that maybe you don't feel like you can do right now, but you know, if giveaways are something that, if you really want to grow your list, okay, if you really want to grow your list, say you're thinking that, you know, in a year's time, I want to be able to teach online. I want to be able to reduce the number of classes that I'm teaching because 15-20 classes is not working for me anymore. And I want to share my yoga teachings with students all over the world. I want to reach more people, and I want to make more money, generate more income into my yoga business. If that's going on in your head right now, then please do not go down that route unless you've spent the next year building your email list, because the worst thing you can do is create content and get all of the tech set up for for putting together an online program and not have a community to launch to. Okay, and by community I mean your email list, not your social media community. You need to be able to launch something like this to an online community, to your email list, okay, to your email community. So it's really important. So giveaways are a great way to boost your list and to get more people into your community, to your email list. And there's another plugin that you can use, and it's actually a free plugin, but it doesn't have all the functionality that King Sumo has, but it's called Go Viral. Okay, so it's called Go Viral, and in actual fact, you can see this. You can see Go Viral, how it works by registering onto a virtual summit that I'm promoting at the moment. So at the moment I'm promoting, it's called the Inspiring Yoga Teachers Virtual Summit, and I've interviewed well-known teachers who are based worldwide over the last couple of months, and I'm going to be sharing you those video interviews next month in July. And those interviews are really, you know, you're going to learn so much in terms of like strategies to help you to build your yoga business. And when you register for it, once you've registered, it gives you the opportunity through this plugin, which is called Go Viral. It gives you the opportunity to share it with your yoga teacher friends and network, okay? And so then that's great for me because, you know, multiple people are sharing this right now through Go Viral, which means more people are seeing my summit. Okay, so have a look at that one as well. But these plugins, you know, they help you to grow your list. So when someone, you know, provides their email address through entering the giveaway, then they're given the option to share the giveaway using their unique link, okay? And by doing that, they will gain more entries to your giveaway. So there's an incentive for doing this, okay? So, you know, and this, that can be a really big incentive for people to share, because if they only had one entry, but now they could have 100 entries if they get 20 people in their network to enter, then that's a pretty good incentive, right? So, you know, have a think about using these plugins for sure, and do take a look at King Sumo as well. Okay, but just a word, another note to say on this is just to be mindful that, you know, the giveaway should just be one part of your overall list building strategy, okay? So you don't want to be doing them every single month, okay? Because you want to be working with other partners to put together a really attractive prize package, and something that's like really high value, that your niche is going to be interested in, because that's going to encourage people to sign up in the first place. So it's important that you ensure that your giveaway prize is high value. And because of that, you probably only want to do a giveaway maybe 2 or 3 times a year. So have a think about that. And you can get started by just thinking about some brands that you could potentially work with, who might be interested in offering you some prizes. Okay, so there's one more thing that I want to share with you today in terms of building your email list or boosting your list, and that's collaborations. Okay, collaborations and working with other brands and partners has been the biggest growth strategy for my own yoga business. So as well as Digital Yoga Academy, I have another yoga business called Good Yoga Life, where I offer yoga classes and events here in London, and also yoga retreats abroad. I've been able to build my email list to over 8,000 people, and it's been hugely successful for me to have an email list of that size, because what it's meant is that when I launch a yoga retreat, most of the people who book the yoga retreat are people that are on my email list, are people that are in my community. They've had some interaction with Good Yoga Life in the past, whether that's been through attending a class or an event, or maybe they've signed up for some content through my website. So don't underestimate the power of the list. And this is why I'm always talking about the email list and how you can grow your list, because it really is a powerful way to grow your yoga business, okay? So collaborations in the early days, particularly for me, were, you know, extremely powerful in enabling me to build my list and to build my social media followings as well. And, you know, one of the biggest mistakes that you can make is to assume that you can create all of this great content and, you know, and your content freebie and so on, and just assume that that's going to help you, or that's going to be enough to grow your audience online, because quite simply it's just not enough on its own. Obviously you need the great content, but you also need to involve other people if you want to grow your business and if you want to excel, okay? So this is about collaboration over competition. So you should think about who is aligned with your values and who shares the same audience, and that's really, really important, okay? So there's many ways that you could collaborate with other yoga teachers and brands. And you should start to reach out to these other yoga teachers and reach out to brands and just work out, explore some opportunities for collaborating with those people. Because once you've explored opportunities and you've found a way of collaborating, maybe it's doing an event together, or maybe it's like creating some content that you would share on each other's websites, whatever it is. Once you've done that, what it enables you is it enables you to reach their audience, because they will share it with their audience, and that's going to help you to get people into your community. Okay, does that make sense? I hope that makes sense and gives you a little bit of inspiration to start thinking about how you could grow your list through collaborations. And if you love writing blog posts, then offering your service as a guest blogger for somebody else's website, whether that maybe it's a yoga brand that's got a larger following than you, is a great way to get people to come onto your website as a result of seeing that content and getting them to sign up to your list. So to kind of get started with that, I just want you to have a think about some potential partners. So just write down some yoga teachers, write down some brands that could be a potential partner, and have a think about how you will reach out to them and what your offer will be and what you're going to say to them. Okay, so I've finished up with all the strategies that I'm going to share with you today. So if anybody has any other questions, please pop them in now. But otherwise, thank you to everybody who joined me today. Thank you guys for joining and watching. And if you're watching the replay of this, because it will be available on it'll be available on Instagram for the next 24 hours, and then it'll be available on my business page on Facebook indefinitely. It'll always be there, and also in the Facebook group as well if you're a member of the Facebook group. If you're not a member of the Facebook group, come over and join us. And yeah, so I will see you all soon. I will be back here next Tuesday at the same time, and thank you so much for watching. Take care, have a beautiful day. Bye.